You understand almost everything in English. You watch the videos, you follow the podcasts, you even read the articles, and in your head, you get it all. But the moment you have to speak, it's not there. The words just don't seem to come out, and you've decided that means your English isn't good enough, that you need more grammar, more vocabulary, more studying. But my friend, that's not the reason. It was never the reason. The real reason is something nobody has ever explained to you. And once you see it, everything changes. Are you ready? Well then, I'm Teacher Tiffani. Let's jump right in. Part number 1, the reason. I want to do a little bit of math with you. I want you to think about the amount of hours you have heard English. That's right. Think about from when you started. Think about when you started maybe months ago or years ago or even a decade ago. Think about that start date up until now and give kind of a ballpark figure. How many hours have you heard English? Maybe you've listened to English for 300 hours, maybe 500 hours, maybe well over 1,000 hours. Now, let's flip the script. How many hours have you actually spoken English? You see where I'm going, right? The number of hours that you have put in English, countless hours, hundreds, thousands, is much more when you compare it to the amount of hours where the English has come out. So what do these numbers mean? You understand, my friend, advanced content. When someone speaks English, when someone is delivering a message, you can understand a large portion of what they're saying. You can follow fast speech. You can follow what I'm saying as your English teacher. You can understand. Your comprehension is absolutely amazing. You read comfortably. You can look at an article. You can get a book. You can read easily. Understanding for you is very high. However, your output is very low. And in some cases, near zero. These are two different measurements. So why does this gap exist? We need to tackle this. You see, input is easy. Listening to podcasts, listening as you're watching videos, you can do these things alone anytime without discomfort. It's easy to put the information in. However, output, my friend, speaking, that's the hard part. It takes effort and usually another person to do it with. That's why it's so challenging. Nobody told you, though, that output was separate. When it came to learning English and speaking English fluently, no one told you about these two parts, input versus output. And in your mind, you probably assumed input was enough to turn you into a fluent speaker. The truth is, it's not. It was never your level, though, that was the issue. It was your opportunities. Listen to me closely. It was never your English ability. It was simply your opportunities to output, to use what you've been learning. So the fact is, your English is not broken. It's been stored, but never used. Stored, but never used. Hold on to that. So the question is, where does the output come from? You're understanding, okay, Teacher Tiffani, yes, I've put in more English than I have output. How do I get it out? Here's the bridge. Every time you learn something new in English, you have to do something with it. Not save it, do something with it. Not store it, do something with it. And there are 3 things you can do. All 3 get the English out of you. These 3 things are private, personal, and public. Again, 3 things to help you finally speak English. Let's start with the first way. The first way is you have to see it. Whenever you learn something new, you must see it. In other words, connect to a video clip. So what is this exactly? What you have to do is find one short video clip, or even a 3 to 5 second moment from a movie, a television program, a YouTube video, or something on your phone, a video that you took with your friends. Find one short video clip that clearly shows, clearly displays what the word or expression means. The word that you've just learned, the expression you just learned, or maybe the idiom you just learned. Find a clip that clearly shows what the meaning of that word, expression, or idiom is. Everything new that you learn gets a clip. The first way is you have to see it. Now, why does this work so well? You see, the video clip comes to you faster than the translation. We've spoken about how to stop translating in your head. But when you have a video clip, it stops that habit because the video clip will come to you faster. You'll see the moment in your mind. The English will then follow. You see the moment, you see the world, and then the English will follow. It's also important because you will skip your first language. Your mother tongue will not be a part of the process. No translation step, no delay when you have this video clip connection. Also, when you can't remember it, you still have the scene in your mind. The scene pulls the English all the way back in order to help you speak. Another key is motion plus emotion makes it stick. Motion, the video clip, people moving in the video, plus the emotion, what comes up inside of you as you're watching the clip. These two things together will make it stick. Your brain will remember actions and moments. Your brain will hold on to this. This is why way number one, seeing it is so important. Now, what does this look like in real life? The practical application. Let's say, for example, we were learning 3 new terms. The first term is hesitant. After me, hesitant. Excellent. Now, the word hesitant just means wanting to do something but stopping because you're unsure. You want to do something. You really have the desire, but you're not 100% sure. So you're kind of holding yourself back just a little bit. In this situation, we would say hesitant. Now, way number one is see it. So we need a video clip that properly represents this term hesitant. So now we have a video clip. A woman about to send an email, but she's pausing. She stands back and she thinks. She's not sure. Should I send it or not? Should I send it? I'm not sure. She is hesitant. Now we have this visual in our minds when it comes to the term hesitant. Number one is to see it. What about this second term? On the fence. After me, on the fence. Excellent. Now, on the fence just refers to being unable to decide between 2 choices. They both seem good, but I'm not sure which one I should go with. I am on the fence. Should I get the black one or should I get the red one? The black one is good, but the red one is also good. I am on the fence. I'm not able to decide between the 2 choices. This is the term, the expression. But now, according to way number one, we have to see it. We need a video clip that shows, that represents on the fence. What about this clip? 2 men looking at a shoe that has a beige heel, but another heel is sitting on the desk. And they're unable to choose. They're discussing it. Which one should we go with? This one looks good. There's another one on the table. Which one should we choose? They are on the fence. Makes sense, right? Now we have this visual, this video clip connection because we are seeing it. And what about our third term? In over your head. Good. Again, after me. In over your head. Excellent. Now, in over your head just means that you're in a situation that's too difficult for you to handle. Something about this situation is overwhelming. Something about this situation is causing you to be stressed, to feel anxiety. I want to accomplish this task. I want to complete this, but I don't feel like I can handle this. I am in over my head. Makes sense, right? So this is our expression, but according to way number 1, we can't just learn the definition. We must see it. So what about this new employee? This video clip of this new employee sitting at her desk with a lot of paperwork. And she looks overwhelmed. She is in over her head. The stack of papers on her desk reveal that, she can't handle it all. She is in over her head. Way number 1, seeing it. Having a video clip to connect to for hesitant, on the fence, and in over your head, which now leads us to way number 2. Remember, each time you learn something, you must match each 3 ways. And way number 2 is you have to feel it. This is the life experience connection. Feeling it. Number 1 was seeing it with a video clip. Number 2 is feeling it with a life experience connection. So what is this exactly? You have to find one moment from your own life that connects to what you learned. Something that actually happened to you. You see, it stops being something you studied and becomes something you have remembered. Something from your memory. You're connecting what you're learning to your life, your personal experience. You're feeling it. Now, why does this work? Why is way number 2, feeling it, so important? You see, my friend, your memories are already in you. They're already a part of you. What you learned now simply attaches something to what you already have. It attaches itself to a permanent memory that already exists in your mind, which means it is more likely to come up later on. Why? This memory is lodged in your brain. And this new term is simply hitching a ride on your memory. You also now have something to say. It arrives with a story. Instead of the term just being by itself, flailing in the wind, now it's attached to a story. You have something to say using the term. Finally, you feel something when you use it. Now this word is not just connected to an empty feeling, no feeling at all. It's connected to a memory where memories have feelings already inside that are lodged within us. And English with feeling comes out easily. When you have something connected to a feeling, it will naturally come out. Now, what's the practical application? Remember, we had 3 terms for the first way, seeing it. We had hesitant, on the fence, and in over your head. So let's see the same thing for these 3 terms for way number 2. Again, feeling it. What about hesitant? Now, remember, we have this term hesitant. Think about a personal experience. Maybe the time you wanted to answer a question in a meeting, you opened your mouth and nothing came out. You were nervous. You saw all of your coworkers looking at you and you just weren't sure if they were going to judge your English, if they were going to look at you and wonder when you were going to be finished or when you were even going to start. So you decided not to say anything. Even though you wanted to, you were hesitant. You see, now there's a feeling connected to the term. You have that visual with the video clip. Now you have this feeling because you remember when you were in the office and you weren't able to speak. This leads us now to our second term. Remember, on the fence. Now, on the fence, you're trying to decide, is it the black one? Is it the red one? But we need a personal experience. Think about maybe the month you spent deciding whether to take a job, changing your mind every single day. I currently have this job and it's a good job, but this new job, this opportunity is great. I don't know if I should take it. I'll have to move to another state. I have to talk to my spouse. I don't know if he's going to want to move. I'm not sure if I should do this or not. It's good, but my current job is good. I am on the fence. You're thinking about the time when you had to decide. You had to think about your current job versus a new job opportunity. And for a month, you were on the fence. A feeling now is attached to the term. What about being in over your head? You have too many things to do and you're not capable of completing each and every task. What is the memory? Think about your first week at a new job. Maybe you were on the fence for that month, but you decided to go with that new job, and you're thinking back to that experience and you remember the first week at the new job. When everyone was explaining everything at once, your boss, your coworker, everyone was telling you so many things and you felt overwhelmed because you didn't understand any of it. You would sit at your desk and say, oh my, what am I going to do? My boss needs me to finish this task, but I don't really know the steps. My coworker's waiting on me to finish a task, but I don't really understand. You were in over your head the first week you were at your new job. Now there's a feeling connected to the term. Again, first, you have to see it with the video clip. Next, you have to feel it with a personal experience, a connection to your real life. This now leads us to the third way. You have to say it. Specifically, teaching. What you're going to do is find one person and tell them what you learned. That's right. Just find one person and tell them what you learned. Something like, hey, guess what I learned today? That's it. You don't have to be a professor. You don't have to be a teacher, Tiffani, but it's important for you to teach what you've learned. This is way number 3, saying it, teaching it to someone else. You don't need a student. You just need a listener. It can be your mother. It can be your husband. It can be anyone around you. Even if they don't know how to speak English, you just need someone to listen. It doesn't have to be an English speaker. So why is this so powerful? Why is it so powerful to simply say it by teaching it to someone else? You see, the fact is someone is waiting. You can't stop and check your notes. No, someone is waiting for you to speak to them, to tell them something. So you have to produce the words. The English has to come out now. The second reason is explaining forces you to use your own words, not the ones you copied down. When you have to explain to someone what you learned, you can't just read a definition. You have to put it into your own words, which means you have to understand it first. And third, when you teach it, when you can teach it to someone else, it becomes yours. If you're not able to teach it to someone else, you don't know it just yet. It doesn't belong to you. This is why it's so powerful to say it to someone, to teach it to someone, because it forces you to understand and to comprehend. So what about our 3 terms? Hesitant, on the fence, and in over your head. Hesitant. I want you to think about going to your mother. Let's say you're going to visit your mother today. She made a meal that you remember from your childhood, and she said, come on over, baby, I want to feed you. So you get off work and you go to your mother's house, and that day you learn the term hesitant. You can say to your mother, I learned a word today, hesitant. It means you want to do something, but you stop. Like, when you know the answer to something, but you don't want to raise your hand. Remember being back in school, Mom, how you would want to answer a question, but you were scared, you were nervous, you were hesitant. Very simple. You're just telling your mother about a term you learned. No pressure, no stress, just relaying information, speaking about your day. What about on the fence? Remember, on the fence, there are 2 different options, a black option, a red option. Which one am I going to choose? I'm battling between the 2. So let's say you're speaking with your best friend. You say, hey, girl, you know what? Today I learned an expression, on the fence. It actually means you can't decide. Remember when I couldn't choose which job to take? Now, it's your best friend, so of course she remembers when you were going through that period of, should I stay with my current job or should I get this new job? So your friend is going to be able to understand why she was following along with your life experience. You say, yeah, remember when I couldn't choose the job? I was on the fence for a month. So you've said it. You've told your friend this new expression you've learned and you connected it, so even your friend is going to understand. But what about in over your head? Remember, you have too many things to do. You're not capable of completing them. You just feel overwhelmed. Let's say you're speaking to your husband. You say, baby, I want to tell you something I learned today. I learned this expression, in over your head. And it means the situation I'm in is too big for me. Like, remember when I was trying to learn how to swim, right? We had just gotten married and I wanted to learn how to swim before we would go on our vacation. It's like swimming, but you can't touch the bottom, right? When I was learning to swim, I couldn't touch the bottom, right? I was kind of a little nervous, right? That was my first week at work. I was learning to swim when we first got married, and you saw how I couldn't touch the bottom, so I felt a little overwhelmed. That's how I felt when I was at work during the first week. I was in over my head. I couldn't pull myself up. I felt like I was drowning. I was in over my head. Again, number 3, you're just saying it. You're teaching it to someone. You're explaining to them what you learned, and you're helping them understand because you are able to put it into words that they can understand. See it. Feel it, say it. See it, feel it, say it. You see, the gap doesn't close by understanding more. This gap of being able to understand but not speak, it's not the gap just closing it by understanding more. It closes by doing something, my friend, with what you already understand. You're intelligent, you're amazing. It was never your level that was the issue. It's simply that you need to get out what you've put in. By seeing it, by feeling it, by saying it. I hope this lesson helped you, and if you want to continue studying with me, I want you to go to the link in the description, www.speakenglishwithtiffani.com/365 system, and I'll talk to you next time.